Hi, welcome to Dark Politics Tarot. My name is Nick, and today I'm reading on when will Trump finally be gone? We have in Doral, his other place in Florida, Doral, his golf course, I guess. They have put up a golden statue of him. It's 22 feet tall. And I'm like, when are people going to start to wake up? When are they going to realize they are idolizing the false calf? If you believe in Christianity, this is the perfect metaphor that they should actually be seeing. So I want to know when will people finally wake up? I know they're peeling away little by little, but I just want to know, what are the signs that we'll be able to see? Um, what signs will we be able to see when we know they're really breaking away? And if I can get any information on how long it's going to take. Will we have to wait till the midterms, or will this be coming sooner? So I'm using the Cartes de Visite deck, and I'm pulling out, oh, we got this one before. This is Friday Night Bingo, the Society for Moral Warfare. One hell of a game. And their hats are on fire. So I guess we're going to have to wait till their hats are on fire about something. When will they finally wake up? Please show me more. And I'm looking at my black mirror, and I also have a mini crystal ball. So I'll be looking that way if you're wondering what I'm looking at. If I could get any information. When will we see the end of MAGA? When will they actually start waking up? If they start waking up. We got this one the last time. It's all I asked mommy for was a sweet little kitten. So this is them with their beast, and they're hanging on for dear life to him. But I have to say, a 22 gold statue, the metaphor is just unbelievable. That they don't see it in themselves. I know they're not that smart, but. And then we have Helen always got stuck doing the dirty work. And she's mopping up from, I guess, some horrific event. So it's going to be clean up in aisle 12. And I picked 12 for the end of a cycle in the zodiac sign. Okay, so now let's go to the tarot. I'm going to start doing a little scrying. When will they wake up? What will the signs we see that they start waking up? What do we have to, what are the signs, symbols? What will we see when MAGA starts waking up? We have the page. No, the King of Wands, sorry. Okay, so that's him, the orange man. So when will they finally see that the orange man is just a con? What are the signs that we'll see? Oh, I got three. Yeah, three cards just jumped out, so I'll take them in order. The High Priestess, the Queen of Coins, and the Ten of Swords. So we have the High Priestess, knowing that the truth is crossing them. So they don't see any truth just yet. They were promised the gold. This is the prosperity gospel. You know, we were promised we were going to get ours. And that's what we believe in, the almighty dollar. And it's going to take a lot. The Ten of Swords, they're going to actually have to have some kind of ending of some sort for themselves. And we'll just, I don't know what that means, what kind of ending that they have to have before they get a grip on this guy. The Magician. So he's in this deck, he's wearing a mask and he's playing the shell game. So when will they wake up to his mask that he's a con man and he's been playing a game with them, with their lives? When will they finally wake up? So seeing that 10 of Swords there as now, I think that's talking about a lot of them that are having tragic endings of businesses, of money, not being able to make ends meet. And the overarching energy is that con man energy. We have here the strength. So the strength card is in the near future. What are the signs? And about when? Oh, I'm seeing a beautiful butterfly in the little crystal ball. Could that be by summer? Could that be by June or July? And then we have the Queen of Cups. So there's going to be a big outpouring of emotions. That's it, lands in that how they feel. They have these huge emotions for him. He did something for them that nobody could ever do. It was this outpouring of emotion that it brought up for them. I think it was a response, their racism, and he allowed them to be racist again. And, after 8 years of um, a black president, he brought them back the racism that they want to continue with. And they said, it's okay, the temperance card. That's okay. I'm going to help you be your KKK self again. And the Knight of Cups, it was a false offer that he would bring everything for them, bring everything back to them. And then we have the Four of Wands. So he was going to bring them stability. You'd be able to buy houses. You'd be able to feel really strong again. So this message is basically about the powerlessness that they felt, the racism that they felt. I'll bring you down to the table. Okay, so I'm looking at these cards closer. What I'm getting from these is that their red hats are on fire. These are the ones that will never leave him. Their hats are on fire and they still don't recognize that the guy is a total monster, right? So they have the flaming hats. They're sticking with their monster no matter what. And this, before I didn't see, she was mopping up blood. So it's like they have to see this total destruction of our country before they'll come to any conclusion. So that's not good for us. But I know some are peeling away. I've seen some videos and things that you could see the comments that are made on them, and a lot of them are like, we're done here. But I think it's this con man, really. They just don't want to give up the fantasy of him being the great savior. It's very bizarre, though, the whole thing. Very weird. But let me just bring it down a little more and over so you can see. So we have, yes, the King of Wands, Belovius King, Cheeto King, and what's crossing them is the wisdom. So they don't have wisdom enough to know, and basically, because the Queen of Cups is here, they're overrun with emotions for this guy. And he promised them that they'd be wealthy like him, which what they don't understand is that they'll never be wealthy like him. He was born wealthy. His father made his own money. Trump didn't make any of the money. Right now, I think they're starting to feel it right now. I think they're feeling a little bit of, I'm sorry, my camera's tripod seems to be off. They're kind of locked in with him. We know that, but it's more like I think maybe things are starting to affect them, but it's still like they still won't let go. But I think when that final door is closed on their face, when they really see that they can't make ends meet, I think that's when it's going to happen. Because the strength card came out and I saw the little butterfly in my little crystal ball here. I think it could be, if things start around August, it starts to get pretty hairy for them. But it's not really showing me the signs and symbols yet. I'm also looking at the sun here, and she's in the water, right? It's a water sign card, but it also kind of is showing me that they have to really get deeper in the water with their finances before they'll wake up. And right now they can still maintain a balance. I think that's why it's still okay with them. That door hasn't closed just yet on the coffin, and they're always waiting, for him. Like, maybe our check will finally come. I feel that's what it is. Maybe um, we'll still be able, he's going to give us the tariff money back and we'll be able to get houses. I'm not getting big signs except for the sign of summertime, um, sign of being in water, like in troubled water, that type of thing. Let me just, I'm going to use my little mini pocket oracle. It's just little signs to just see if we could get show us some kind of sign that they're going to break away and we can finally get rid of this guy, the dagger. So I really think they have to have a lot more damage, unfortunately. Last week when I read on them, I got pretty good cards, but I think I'm talking about the difference between the true diehards and the ones that just voted for him, maybe like the younger voters, people like that breaking away because they see like he's done nothing. But these are the old timers. We have the puppet here. And it's funny because I have a puppet here for him that I'm going to do. I'm going to do something for you with the Orange Man puppet. That's funny that it came out. So the puppet, the doll, this is what you usually do. You stick pins in it because you want to create an action. Maybe you have to wake them up that way. What are the signs, though, with the puppet? Maybe when we see them starting to get kind of angry, like where they want to get rid of the merchandise. I'm just thinking of merchandise with this, like them burning the hats and things like that. But a lot of them are still going to be shielded from the truth. They just won't believe it. Unfortunately, I was hoping it would be better since I did this reading because I had such a good response last time. I thought maybe I could get more of a win. And then it's just really about the con man here, the shell game, and he keeps grifting on them. Maybe if they get enough emails for him asking for money and talking about the ballroom. I'm going to I have a box here of charms, and I'm going to pull out a few. They're kind of big charms, this set that I have. Give me some signs that they're waking up. Oops. All right, those want to be held together. Okay, forget that sign. I'm going to take one more since I lost that one. Okay. All right, so here we have entangled together. We have a little bee, so again, it's like summertime. So it's around, it could be from now until then. We have this little sort of genie bottle. So things are being kept hidden from them still, but what could be waking them up? The bottle. Maybe the bottle represents like something they've been wishing for, right? Maybe they want to take a vacation this summer and they find out, yeah, because this is going with the summer card. They came entangled and by the wire. So down to the wire, they're, yeah, I feel like this is a wish. They want to do something this summer and they find that there's a catch to it. They find that they're stuck somehow. Then up here, oh, I'm sorry, I should be showing the table more. I don't know if you can see them anyway. Then we have the golden ring next to the Merkaba. And we have two other rings. We have a ring here, a black one. So the black ring, the golden wreath is like success. They want to see some kind of success. So I think around the time, I think they start seeing his golden success, his ballroom, but they're still connected to him. The Merkaba is a spiritual vehicle. So I think they're putting that on him, like he takes them perhaps to this place where they can be winners. So their connection is still strong. But I really think this connection, it's held together by their wishes. And once their wishes don't come true, here we go. The little pepper, the hot pepper, and the red ring. The red, this is like passion. So I think, again, this is speaking about fire energy, passion. Um, the pepper, it's like things that are hot. So the summertime, the heat, the passion starts perhaps fading away at that time. Let me take a couple more just so. Okay. So we have the box. I think when they start feeling trapped at home, they can't go on that vacation. Instead of gold, the success of gold, they have silver, costume jewelry. It's not even silver. They feel boxed in. I really think it has to do with summer and summer vacations and not having, like, finally saved up the money or something, and now the gas prices are too high. So I think that's talking to me. And also I'm hearing about the vehicle means their vehicles. Even though this is a spiritual vehicle, I think it came out because it's their vehicle. And then this is another spiritual stone, the amethyst stone. I always see Aquarius, February, but I think it starts this summer. They start breaking away from him. I also want to look at, I just want to see if he'll be, if I want to look at the midterms. So let me just clear up these cards. So I just wanted to look and see if the cheating with the gerrymandering, is that going to backfire on Republicans? So let's just take a look at that. Preparation. So I think that means we have to be prepared for what they do. I know lawyers are working on this right now, but we definitely have to prepare ourselves that the cheating is going to be enormous. Distractions. They're going to try some more distractions. It's the same old playbook. And nobody's buying the distractions anymore. And teamwork. They have, that's one thing Republicans have is they work together. They put out the same message. They don't fight each other like the Democrats do. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm using the Crow Tarot, and so they're prepared to distract and work as a team. The Empress. The Empress card shows land. Is that land? Yeah, the bird is flying over the land. There's a river. So will this redistricting work? They have the Empress card, which is a good card of abundance. And crossed by the Hierophant, the government, the actual law. So hopefully somebody somewhere the lawyers will start the lawsuits that say they can't do this. And then they get the two cards. They get the Fool. So in the past, they were foolish. They didn't do things the right way. Right now, they're feeling pretty smug with the Nine of Cups. They're feeling pretty happy, even though the polls are terrible. They know what they have to do, though. I feel like they really have a plan to overtake us. And the Six of Cups, moving out of troubled water. So, yeah, I think they've made a plan. I think Trump was meeting with the MAGA SCOTUS today. And that's real legal, right? And the Two of Swords, which is stopping something. So that's in the near future. So does that mean they stop the elections? Does this mean they stop the elections? Queen of Swords, a prosecutor comes in. And then we have the Star, the narcissist. So the prosecutors are going against their narcissism, thinking they can get away with anything. And the King of Pentacles, seeing he can just take all the money for himself and do whatever he wants. There will be a prosecution. And the Ace of Swords. So the truth will come out. I think the law will hold. I'm very happy to see that as the final outcome card, because I'm getting worried looking at these cards. It's looking pretty good for them, but it just reinforces that we really need to help people to vote, get out the vote. So we have to prepare ourselves that they're going to distract the teamwork. So they're going to do this in all the states, I think. That's what it means. They're really going to do this everywhere. Will it hurt them? Well, they're sitting pretty right now with the Empress. So they think they've got everything going for them. But what they don't have going for them is actual law. They're not sticking with tradition, which the Hierophant means traditional, doing things in a traditional way. And then we have the we have the Nine of Cups. So I really think they're getting smug about this, like we've got everything. And I think that could be their downfall. We do have, as the overarching energy, the Six of Cups. So in some sense, they're moving away from the trouble. So I think that's the plan that they have with SCOTUS, that SCOTUS is going to try to stop any of the lawsuits going through. But yeah, they were foolish in the past. So they've made a new plan about how they're going to create the insurrection that he wants to do. The lawyer, the narcissist with the star, the King of Pentacles. So this describes him. The narcissistic king will have a lawsuit against him, and I feel like the law will win out in the end, but they are going to put us through some trouble, boy. So hang on to your britches. It's going to be a rough ride here. All right, I don't want to leave you with that. Let me just pick out a deck to give you somewhere to hope. So I'm just going to take out the wisdom of the elders, and I'm just going to pick out 3 cards to see what the elders can tell us. Please help us. Please help us. Our ancestors, pray to them. They help us. Spirit totem animal direction. So they're saying, don't lose your shit. We're going to guide you. We're going to show you the right way, the new direction. And then we have, you're very close to achieving your goal. That's good. So don't lose hope. It's what it's saying to me. And then, and I swear I've shuffled these cards. 2 spirit, balance. We will have balance again. We just have to go through this time. They're here with us. They're saying spirit is with you. They're watching this, but this is for the higher purpose of us awakening to that things were not going well for us and we needed to change it. And I guess this was the best way to change it. We chose this way. Some reason we chose this to come here to be a part of this. I'm sorry to say this was a little scary, but I hope you enjoyed it anyway. And I'll be back very soon with more videos. Have a great night. Bye-bye.